Hello and welcome back to the UKGT. This is going to be map number 2 of game number 2 tonight, CeX versus SKUM. We already saw SKUM Gaming have a nice convincing win on the previous map, which was Mirage. Joining me tonight is going to be Snuds. And
hello.
How you doing there, buddy?
Oh, knackered, mate. Been up since God knows when in the morning. But here I am now, casting the final map of the first day of the first week of the UK tours. Got auto director as well. No longer casting, observing. That'd be fun. Got a full HUD as well. Hopefully the full shebang for this game. What about you? How are you?
You know, my throat is on fire as a result. I'm not casting much for the, Christmas break. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit tired, so I've had some coffee and some caffeine. You know how it is. And I'm excited for the fourth and final map of tonight. It is going to be SKUM Gaming versus CeX, like we said. And I mean, so far we've seen SKUM bring a lot of stuff to the board that we didn't really expect to see up against the team with the caliber kind of the players on CeX. They have had a very successful time of it on Mirage previously. As we head into Dust, looks like they could be more of the same. Oh, sure, he mops up 3 in the blink of an eye. Rezu quick to try and answer back with some fancy clicking of his own. Going to have to find 2, but that's going to be it, as now it's all on Duck to hold off A. He just wants to fall on back, hold it a little bit passively, try to do some damage if he can, but ultimately just maintain the man advantage and wait for the rest of his team to rotate on in. An amazing play up short. Oh, and there we go. Hawkins and Muffin from short to finish off the pistol. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better there from Filler.
I mean, CeX, they go for the Xbox smoke, fast up short, but generally speaking, a very popular strat right now in the current meta is heavy presence towards mid on your CT pistol round. Boost 2 players up towards mid, have a player spot from mid, take the attention off of that initial player towards T-spawn, push up short, and then just face. Try and outshoot those Glocks, and Filler does exactly that as he finds 3 very nice headshots towards B shot. I'm certain he's going to be watching that one back on the stream, so hello, Filler. But hello, the B bomb site. Hawkins finding 3 frags there. Can he get an ace here? Gets 4, 5. Hello. First ace of the season. So 2-0. Bomb did go down the previous round, so we've seen the buy come up for CeX onto the 3rd round, but no AWP. No AWP on Dust 2 is major. Could be seeing a... Oh, there's so much you can do on Dust 2. B contact, heavy towards lower tunnels, flash short, go up short, take control of short, go up mid, split B. There's so many different things you can do on this map. But the fact these players are lower tunnels, we could be seeing control of short after they do go towards mid. Instant trades from the CT side will result in a 3 versus 3 with 1 minute 30 on the clock.
Yeah, they're just trading pins back and forth, but it will be equaled out in a 3-on-3. These UMPs doing work right now for SKUM. I mean, it's only Duck now left out of the original 3 UMP Musketeers. But still, I mean, he looks to do his brothers proud as he's still holding on to his very, very firmly. They've done a lot of work thus far, like we say, and already they've had a great return on investment out of them. Now, CeX making their way towards the A site. Only Philly here to worry about, just biding his time on the other side of the boxes. He'll get spied out. His rear end too large, too buxom, too beautiful for the light of day, as he does get taken out there by Rezu, meaning it's now a 2 versus 3. Bomb down over towards A, and Duck and Hawkins tasked with trying to retake this one.
Yeah, this is definitely a save. Unless they can try and take guns out of the seat of the T's hands, which could definitely be very prevalent here. Hawkins fast up short, flash comes in. Now trying to face towards the A-bomb site. Liam there towards Pit will catch Duck off guard. Hawkins 1 versus 3 towards CT. We'll get 1 kill, but unfortunately, Task Force resulting in a 2-1. And CeX managed to bounce back, taking the first buy round. And from what we saw last game, any wins on buy rounds for CeX, I'll definitely be very happy to have that. Considering I believe they only won 5 rifle rounds the previous map, so already strong showing here. Only aggression towards lower tunnels does grant them their first round.
Yeah, we can now see SKUM, learning their lesson. Not going to be trying to roll around with the UMPs, with the exception of Phillet. Everyone else will have the rifles in play. CeX, they are going to be making their way out through lower tunnels, looking like they're going to be trying to grab control of mid, potentially make their way up short, but with no smokes to limit their play here. They're going to be taking full advantage of that. They send 2 players over towards short. Now we're going to make that 4 as everyone else hops on up. Looking like it will be an A split. They have got that player over towards long as well in the form of Rezu, who's just taking things slowly, waiting for the smoke to fade. I see smoke start raining on in, just waiting it out for the time being. Not going to be giving too much to the way of SKUM Gaming here. And while over in mid, Hawkins, he's tagged down low, but he's still in the corner. They think they've cleared it. Give it a find. 1 finds 2. Oh, nearly finds the 3rd. That's so much damage. It shouldn't have gone that way. And then Muffin in from B to finish off Brody C, putting it now into a 2 versus 4. Hawkins did more than enough against all odds. Now it's Rezu and Liam to make their way towards the B site. 2 versus 4. Smoke's going to allow them to cross. And that'll be bomb going down, but pushing up through the smoke. Oh, Muffin going to be eliminated. They read it perfectly. But they're tagged down so low, it's going to be a losing battle. It's all on Liam. 1 versus 3. He's playing up close and personal. But Nika will be able to land that shot. SKUM Gaming, they find themselves a 3rd round on the board. And I'm going to say almost entirely due to that play from Hawkins in mid.
Plays off angle. No flashbang towards mid doors. The players had utility. It's so obvious just to use your nades, flash mid, clear the angle, and trade frag. Hawkins caught them off guard, killed 2 players, and actually dinked up Rezu as well. Definitely making a massive impact into that round, and that will send CeX onto the reset. Most likely we're seeing 4-1 already in the lead for SKUM. And CeX here, if they can't get the ball rolling early, it's going to be hard for them to take it without the momentum. Saying that the nice shot there from Rezu will mean it's a 1-man lead already for CeX. This could be good news for CeX if they can finally take a round.
I mean, just the might of these 5 high-powered hand cannons on the side of CeX. They've already put it to good use to find one on the duck. They weren't able to salvage the weapon out of it, but they have already been able to open things up with that man advantage. And as they stack up towards long here, it is all on Nico. He's able to get 1, but now they know where he is. Might be able to follow up the deagle, but he's mopping them up. He's going to get 3, going to get 4, and there we go. They're going to be completely put through the meat grinder. It's all on Liam now. He's over towards short. He's got the deagle. He's also got a lot of SKUM Gaming players coming up behind him. That nade, oh my god, it's done a lot of damage. And there's Hawkins with the Famous to end his very, very brief existence on this earth.
4-1. Second buy run coming into play now. CeX took the first one of fast play up short, catching Filler off guard onto the A-bomb site. Will they go for a repeat of that? Will they opt for a different side of the map? Could potentially see a B contact play, a B split. They went out towards mid last time, but Hawkins shut them down. That could cause them to be very anxious to go towards a mid. But talk about mid, Filler here repeating his pistol round performance. Here it comes. Peeks out, space down, 1 space down, 3! Gets a 3K to his name. Liam as well tries to get the refrag in. Takes down Nika, but again, Filler here. Hello, Astro. Bit of awkward timing there towards B, but Hawkins there cementing this round. Brody C is going to have to go absolutely mental here if he wants any chance of making this 4-2.
He did spot out Muffin there though on the peak. He just caught a little glimpse of his chest armor as it peeked on around the corner. He does have the AWP as well, and up against 3 players on full HP. I can't really think of a better weapon you could hope for in this scenario as he just bides his time. There's still a minute left on the clock, so he's not going to be too restricted in terms of what he can do. Does have the smoke as well. Issue is, wherever he puts that down, it's really going to telegraph his approach onto whichever one of these sites. SKUM, they've spread out. They've got a guy over towards long, then they've got Duck holding mid, and lastly, Muffin over towards B. I mean, if he takes this slowly, then he should get taken down by the AWP in mid if he walks across, but he does just miss it, and it's not an AWP, it's the AWP's little brother, it's the Scout. How could I have been so mistaken? But still, can't quite land that shot. They do know where Brody is, but they can't follow it up just yet. He's not going to be able to get too much bang for his buck here, though, as he peeks out mid. Only 25 seconds left now, and I mean, I do think a save is going to be on the cards.
Yeah, for sure. Even though he's got a scalp, it's pretty much an AWP in his hands at this point. Brody C is 38 HP. Nice flick there from him. 16 seconds. He just wants to die before the time ends. And he does so. 2 players staying alive for SKUM Gaming. Not quite optimal. Their money, though, still strong, nevertheless. 4-round lead early for Skucks? Shout out Bulldog. For SKUM Gaming. I mean, so far what we've seen tonight, right? CeX definitely anticipated them to be taking the lead just based off individual skill. Then again, has this new lineup, has this new form of CeX, has it still got the same level of talent that the previous lineup had?
Yeah, that's something that we can definitely bear in mind. I think it's an interesting question because, of course, they have faced a couple of changes lately. But I mean, Scum Gaming, at least, they've been making a very good showing for a team that I keep having to relay this point. We really didn't, expect two insane sort of performances to come out from, at least not as strong as they have been. Nika kickstarting this one, able to find Brody very early on. A few players managed to make it over towards short, but still, these pistols aren't really going to be able to pay dividends at these longer ranges, especially up against these M4s. No head armor. They're just going to be cut down. Two players down now over towards long. There's no second prong to this split, if you will. It's all going to be up short, and Filler and Duck have no issue shutting this down. It's like shooting fish in a barrel for them as they get funneled out along catwalk.
5 players remaining. The money on Scum is strong. 10,000 on Filler there and 6,000 on Nika. CeX have to win multiple rounds here and chain them together if they want any chance of Scum going broke and trying to get Scum onto an eco. Momentum as well, definitely in their favor. CeX, they had 1 round, they took it and instantly reset, instantly put back onto pistols. But enough of pistols, as these players are now on rifles, AK, Kalashnikovs, and an AWP onto Astro. Hopefully we can see a little bit more aggression here from him. Played very passive on Mirage on his T side. On a map like Dust 2, you want your AWP to be playing aggressive. Go up short, take the picks towards A. Go towards mid, face towards CT. Talking about picks towards short, JDD finds it. Nika falls, 1-man advantage with 1 minute 20 on the clock.
Yeah, it's probably the best start we've seen from CEX in quite some time. They've been able to grab a lot of mid presence out of this one. They send 2 players up short as well, looking like an A split is going to be the strategy of the day right now. Only 2 players as well to hold this one off, and with the angles they're playing, the second they lose Filler in pit, if he can't find a couple of frags here on the push out long, then you're going to see Duck go down without a shadow of a doubt. He's playing over towards crossroads. He's pinned between short and long. If they make it out, this is all going to fall onto Filler here, and as they peek out around the corner, he's going to have no impact, and there we go. He's trapped at long. Next to fall is going to be Duck, just as I was saying, and now it's Muffin and Hawkins for the retake. 2 versus 5. And they're not going to be able to find anything on the cross here. The silver lining is going to be Muffin finding that frag on the Brody. And oh my god, Hawkins as well through the smoke. Suddenly they've made this a very possible retake. Bomb goes down. CEX, they're just throwing this advantage away.
It's all about money right now. The chance of Scum winning this round is so low. They need to take guns out of the T's hands here. I know that might not sound too crazy because it's 2 versus 2 now. Please, Astro, sorry, don't whiff this shot towards CT. And actually, he decides to hide. The bomb is planted for him, and no smoke. Yeah, Astro takes that shot. Muffin falls, Hawkins falls, but 3 frags for them. The money on the side of CEX is going to be low. 1 player is going to have to bite the bullet here and go lack of utility. This also means if Scum can take this round and reset CEX, we will be seeing an eco for them. And if CEX get ecoed again after winning the 2nd round, we could be seeing a very, very large lead for Scum. Talking about leads. Hawkins on the FAMAS, not quite what he wants. Lack of firepower towards B, but fortunately for him, it looks like short and mid will be tested for the CT side.
Yeah, mid-presence being that recurring theme right now for CEX. It's so key on Dust. And, I mean, Scum, they have been locking it down somewhat. I mean, really, you see that mid-control goes the way of CEX more often than not, but then they can't quite master these site takes. They take a lot of damage trying to take mid, and then when it comes to actually making their way out onto the site, it all just crumbles apart around them. This time, though, they've gotten up short. Very little damage has been done. The only issue is Duck on the site. They don't compensate for him being posted up with the AWP there, and they bite the dust. As Rezu will be the first to go down. Now they're going to be switching things up, trying to grab mid control instead. That smoke's going to allow them to cross as it does block off CT, but good flashes from Scum to delay the push here to render these players in mid null and void.
No. Player there pushing towards mid. The CT player catches off guard. Where's Brody? C gets the flick shot onto Nika. He's going to be kicking himself for allowing Brody C to get that. You can't allow those frags to slip, and that might make the round go in favor of CEX. They're a man down. Astro with the AWP can play the B contact, and actually have a CT player pushing in. Astro whiffs the shot under pressure. Gets the second following up shot though. 3 versus 3. Low HP on 2 of these players. And when these players walk out B, they're going to get more down from Scum Gaming with their rifles, making it 7-2. They don't even make it to the B bomb site, don't even leave or exit the tunnel. 5-round advantage now for Scum, and the reset for CEX. I mean, money, 4.5k. I mean, if they force this, They could have an AK. Maybe go for a short contact, but instead they're going to be going and resorting to pistols.
Yeah, I mean, pushing all that long might not be too bad of an idea, but they do have 2 players here to shut this down. And oh my god, saying that, it all comes crumbling down around them. JWD able to get 1, but still now he's pinned over at long. And look at this SKUM. They're just rotating on through. Everyone's here. It doesn't matter because Philip has that P250. He's got armor as well, and that's all he needs. 8-2 right now. As SKUM, they find themselves 6 rounds ahead, and even more dominating performance here than we saw previously on Mirage. And I mean, I don't know about you, but do you reckon kind of the not necessarily like tilt in the most conventional ways, but the fact that CEX are kind of being just, you know, ragged around by this team that are fairly new and have a lot less experience in their own. Do you think that's playing into their mentality here?
Talk about mentality. They all go to the fire and they all do 4. JDD last alive. But talk about experience. I mean, you say CX is more experienced. I mean, the organization is. Brody C potentially, definitely Rezu. But Liam S, played for Nervage, hasn't really got too much LAN experience in terms of placements or leagues. He did fill in for CX last season, but he played a couple of maps. Astro, completely new to the scene. He's played for a long time. Well, not a long time, multiple years, but has 4,000 plus hours. Plays a lot of pugs. Played in Team CS, but just very, very recently came up into the scene, popped out of nowhere. Rez was watching his stream, was like, oh, he's taking nice op shots. I want him on my team. No experience, and it's definitely showing because SKUM, the lack of experience, they definitely bring it in terms of the way they play the game. They're playing methodical CS, they play proper CS, and fundamentally, they're better than CX.
Yeah, and as we can see right now, CX, they're trying to grab mid control once again, but it's all going to be going horribly wrong here as Rezu, the player tasked with making his way out long, gets dispatched very early on. Now it's going to be the man advantage going the way of SKUM Gaming once again. And I mean, you know, they've taken a lot of damage across the board, but still they have got that also critical man advantage. CEX do make their way up short, so it's going to be another A play once again, but they only have players on short, and they're well aware of this. They can't just take it from this one angle. They've tried time and time again, and it hasn't worked out for them. Instead, they're going to be smoking off mid and trying to split out in towards the B site.
Push up on top of there for them B players. The CT players, Liam S capitalizes off that. Hawkins is 4, making it the 4 versus 4. The good Molotov there. Muffin only has a molly though, no smoke. If it's smoke, that could have been it. That could have been the round over. But still, flashes and mollies on the T side. Could smoke out, flash out, and try and burst onto the B website. Here come the flashes, here come the execute. Through the door though, Duke hits that flick onto Brody C. 1-man lead, play it slow, play the retake, don't force your hand, don't force the issue. And they do just that, and Liam capitalizes and takes down Nika.
I mean, losing that one player, losing Nika as they push in, could prove to be extremely bad here, as retaking this B site is infamously hard with equal numbers. You can see lackluster utility now leave it all in the hands of Duck, and as he makes his way through the window, Liam and JWD, they combine to take him down. 9-3 is CX. They get a much-needed 3rd round on the board, but still, you can't help but feel like it's both too little too late and has just poised them perfectly for a potential economic reset here.
You're right. Every single time CX take a round, they get instantly reset, and that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Nika drops out of the server. Damn. If they won this, the recent CX, that's really a kick up. And Nika was playing towards A. So all CX have to do is realize when Nika was playing, head towards there, and try and capitalize off of the unfortune of SKUM Gaming. Then again, though, they still can't win this. We've seen them win 4 versus 5s already multiple times this game. Oh, this series, sorry. Still, though, slow play from CX. They're playing like they have the man advantage because they do. Just basis of... Was it a DC? What was it?
Yeah.
No Steam log on. No Steam log on. Yeah, it's got timed out. Yeah, really unfortunate there for SKUM. They can still win this round, though, of course.
Yeah, I mean, right now we are going to be seeing CX setting up once again for their infamous A split, and it's something that SKUM have had a great job of remedying this issue time and time again, but this time, rather unfortunately, Philly going aggressively out long, and that's not what they wanted. Duck wants to be trapped here over towards long, able to get one, but that's going to be it as the trade comes through. Now it's a 2-on-3. Look at this aggressive play from Muffin, though. He's already coming up long. If he goes fast enough here, he could really catch CEX with their pants down. JWD gonna get tagged through the smoke. He falls now. It's a 2-on-2. They might not even need Nika here. As Brody playing on top of the dumpster, Hawkins has to check this angle. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get that frag. Now it's all on Muffin. 1v2. He's slowly pushing up long, but they read it perfectly. He's gonna fall as a 9-4 scoreline now gonna be on the cards for CEX.
Brody, see that? The 2 versus 2 manages to make it the 2 versus 0 and clutches the 4th round for SKUM. But it's a 4 versus 5, it's a 4 versus 4, it's a 3 versus 3. Imagine if that player did not drop out the server. That A player as well. We would have had 2 players on long. It could potentially be a very, very different outcome there. We could have been seeing 10-3 from SKUM. And that was late into the round, so they will not have the reset. The round did play out, so it will be 9-4, unfortunately for them. That will set them onto the eco for SKUM. So most likely, we're going to be looking at 9-6 here, or potentially 10-5.
And while as we look at this round, we can see CEX are slowly but surely pushing in towards B. They're taking it very slowly. They haven't signaled their positioning here just yet, but they are going to be spotted out. Hawkins first of all, leaving it all on Muffin. He's going to be there next to get taken down. Duck's able to rotate on through and get one, but that's going to be it. And they're just eliminating SKUM across the map. It's all on Nika, the man from No Steam Logon Town, as he makes his way down through T-spawn on this long flank. Does good damage out on a JWD, forcing him to fall on back, but they're more than aware of where he is. They rotate players on through to try and back up JWD so they don't lose the AWP. And Nika, well, it's not a nice situation to be in. There's a lot of players here looking his way, and he just walks out into the firing squad, hands himself in, and is going to get taken down. 9-5 right now, with the potential for a 9-6 half for CEX, which, you know, isn't really anything you can shake a stick at this point, considering it was 9-3.
Oh yeah, it was 10-2. Oh sorry, it was 9-2. It could have definitely been a lot worse for CEX, and Astro and JDD, both of the AWPs, hit the tag through the door. And that will mean a weak B, and here comes the capitalization. Muffin gets one instantly traded there, not too much he can do. And here come the fast rotations though from the CT side. They know what's going on. They anticipated the fast B play as soon as that player died towards mid, but unfortunately Brody sees his hand, he's in gear. He takes down Duck, whatever you want to call him, resulting in the final 2 players rotating in from CT.
And they're trying to push in through tunnels. Astro is going to be looking the wrong way here, but there are other players to watch the angle. If they can find this frag when that smoke starts to fade, then they might be in a shot with this, but there's so little time, and that's going to be the issue. Brody able to get 1. He makes it 2 as well with a nice spray there. That's 4 in total for him. Just a key player there towards the end. Someone that we said previously on Mirage was really lighting things up. It was him who kind of came into his own in the latter stages of this and really started to pull things through for the side of CEX, as well as just them overall as a team. You know, I feel like maybe starting to synergize a little bit better, maybe starting to adapt to what SKUM were doing. And I definitely feel like that DC from Nika helped a lot, just with the confidence boost, which is a damn shame, really. The domino effect of that.
As soon as that player dropped out of the server, money broke for SKUM. They couldn't quite get it in, and then the double tag through the doors meant an easy B bomb site for SKUM, for CEX, sorry. But he spoke about key players, he spoke about Brody C, but Hawkins, 19 kills. 19 kills in 1 half is a lot. 15 for Killer. For Filler, obviously, the crazy pistol round, the crazy AK spray that he had towards short as well. But, I mean, if you've got a player at 15 kills and a player at 19 kills, and you've only got 9 rounds, that definitely goes to show some poor trades, potentially, from SKUM Gaming. And talk about trade frags. That's exactly what you want on your T side, what you need. So at CX, saw what happened to them when SKUM went up short. They're going to do the exact same thing. It's looking like potentially a role reverse in terms of pistols, but this player towards lower tunnel could change things.
It's equally important for either team here to have a good start on the pistol, and as we can see, SKUM, they are going to be replicating the sort of strategies of CEX here as they dedicate a lot of their players down towards mid. It's so key on Dust, in particular on these pistol rounds, to try and grab control of this early on. And Hawkins, he's going to be opening things up at mid. Rezu, first of all, no trade frag in sight either, and as Muffin pushes up short, he's going to be doing work. Liam next to go down. Brody has to try and remedy this problem, but he can't quite connect the shots. He has to fall on back. Oh! On the huge lands one, lands two, and he's locking it down, lining them up. And that's going to be 2 frags for him, putting it into a 3-on-3, equalizing out the players across the board. And that's going to be paying dividends here. We can see, though, that lurk roll from Hawkins going to be punished. A nice shot from JWD, and then Astro to lock down the B site ultimately means that CEX will be picking up the pistol into this round.
The whiff there onto short, onto Birdie C. Allows Birdie C to stay alive, retreat once again. And finally, against all odds, up against the ropes, finds 2 crisp headshots to cement his team. The pistol round, the second pistol round. I was about to say, did they win both? But actually, finally, we're seeing 1-1 in pistols. Last game, CeX took both of those in convincing fashion and ended up losing 16-5, or 16-10, sorry. Only winning 5 rifle rounds, so 1-1 in terms of pistols. Potentially a more balanced and fair game here in terms of who's really winning the crucial rounds, who's really winning the rifle rounds where it is full bore, when strategy and team play really does come into play and is a major factor. But 1 minute 20 on the clock. Another slow default here for SKUM. They do like to play slow on their CT and T side, so it's probably why they're so effective versus the UK teams. UK teams typically on their CT side play so aggressive. I feel like SKUM Gaming, especially as no-namers as well, right? When you're playing versus players you don't know, your ego kicks in and you want to play aggressive. You want to just run at them, or aim them, and just kill them. SKUM Gaming capitalizing off of that, play the slow default, and it allows them to gain advantages based off of the not the misfortune, but the misread of their opponents.
For the time being, though, no challenges coming in towards mid will allow SKUM Gaming to make their way up short, almost virtually undetected, as no one's going to be able to hear or telegraph this play across to the rest of their team. Right now, push looking like it could come out. It's mainly going to fall down to the 2 players in CT and site, Astro and Liam, to hold down this one. The MP9 up close, going to be in its element here, with Astro backing up on the M4. We're going to be seeing, though, Liam going to be taken out by that scout. It's already paying off the relatively low investment on that scout. It's going to be a 3-on-3, and whilst they have found some frags out towards A, it was a bit of an error there for Duck to go aggressive with the bomb. They've taken down everyone towards the B site. Now bomb's out in the open. They have to try and get it back. And up against these rifles, up against these armored players, they're going to be finding a very hard time of just that.
Yep, misread from me there. Oh no, Nika dies after the time.
I mean, that's like another nail in the coffin right there for SKUM in that round. And in the rounds to come.
Yeah, massively amateur mistakes coming out from these players. I mean, yeah, fair enough. 26 is the clock. They got a kill towards B. They pat it. Oh, B. They go B. They realize there's still a player there. He shows his hand towards the double doors. They get cold feet. They try to go towards A. One player goes up short with 15 seconds or 10 seconds left on the clock. And that does result in the round going in favor of CeX. Was anticipated, though. Obviously, generally speaking, after winning the pistol, you do take the following rounds just because when you have the scout, no armor, when you have the pistols with Kevlar, it's so hard to battle versus the rifles, especially when they play the right setups. Play passive, allow the pistols to walk into their crosshairs. It's very hard to pick up those rounds, but good play from CeX. Will net them the second following round into the second half, making it 9-8, and the pause comes out from CeX. I'm not too sure what the problem is here. No one's saying, oh, we are live, so no issues here. Probably just someone going to the toilet or something like that. So, major problem right here is Nika with $300. That is major. He'll get 2.4 into the next round, which means he can buy Techno armor, Techno nades. But enough of that, as we see 4 players from the T side pushing up long.
Yeah, they're trying to have some impact with these Glocks, but at ranges against the rifles, it's just not going to be going their way. You can see Nika next to full, and oh my god, Liam with the UMP, just looking to try and farm up some fat stacks. Does exactly that. 9-9 now. It's all tied up, and like you say, something that's going to be huge into this is Nika on that UMP. He can't afford to buy the rifle along with the rest of his team, meaning already they're going to be finding themselves at a significant disadvantage. They don't have anything to deal with the AWP that Astro is going to be presenting for the side of CEX, and they're also going to be, you know, faring a lot worse in these longer range engagements thanks to the UMP on the back of Nika.
Actually, yeah, UMP, I was expecting a lot worse considering he had, you know, 2.7k. But I quite like the idea of the Tech 9 armor and the full nade utility. Smoke off short, flash yourself up short, try and get the close range duels. Try and open up the close range engagements, right? Instead, though, with the UMP, and not the most utility. They have smokes, but a lack of flashes, which means they might end up just smoking off long, or sorry, short, flashing over once or twice, and just trying to brute force their way onto the A-bomb site. Then again, though, Astro here with the AWP towards Car. Once his flashes come in, he's going to be locking down this A-bomb site. Slow play here from the T's. 1 minute left on the clock. They have time. Slowly taking control of short. Smoke and one flashbang. That's it.
Here we go. Looking like they're going to be making their way out. Flash to telegraph the approach. Hawkins is able to get that frag down to Brody over towards the B site. Rezu, he's just letting them cross. An amazing trigger discipline there to net him one frag as he rotates on through. Going to be able to get another onto Hawkins. The B lurk as that bomb now making its way over. Liam spots it out. The rotate fully underway. They've just got to worry about Filler, who is on the flank. But as he gets hurt, making his way down short, he's not ready for Liam, who is just ready and waiting over towards mid. He lands the headshot. Now he's only on 13 HP, and he's trapped over towards the A site. Can't back up Duck, who's alone and scared over towards B.
Oh no, they do know it's B. The time... This could be major. The time ticking away. There's no kit. Astro's the kit. Where's Astro? Astro is towards mid. This is major. This could be a massive problem right now. Duck down the 1 versus 2. If he kills Liam here when he sprays him down. Astro with the AWP and HE nade. It's not what you want in the situation. Has the kit though. Oh my goodness. Flick headshots. Takes down Astro, and somehow, some way, SKUM Gaming take that. Cement themselves 1 round of the lead. 10-9. And the money on CeX is a shambles. They have money to buy light, light utility, light armor, light firepower. But it shall be a quality buy here. Pistols and armor on a few players. And a heavy stack towards long.
All the pistols are going to be working for the time being. They find good damage. Nika going to be the first to fall. Muffin is able to refrag, putting it back into the 4-on-4. They fall back from long. They do leave Muffin to watch the angle, but actually he's going to be peeling away. Not only do they grab that UMP, but they also managed to gain a good bit of ground over towards long. Meanwhile, Brody finds some damage onto Hawkins. Can't quite chime with a frag, but it does open it up for JDD to cement himself 1. He's still going to hold down this B site solo, and as they push on in, he's only got a deagle to his name. He's going to land some amazing Juan Deegs, but it's not going to be the time or place as he gets taken out. Now it's a 2v3. Rezu with this UMP. Oh, that nade from downtown. It's Rezu. He's going to be able to get 1. Now it's a 2-on-2, and suddenly things are heating up here. This B site incredibly hard to retake, but they really don't have anything to lose on the side of CEX. And that's exactly how they're going to be playing. Rezu is going to be taken out, as is Liam, as they walk in like lambs to the slaughter. It's going to be an 11th round on the board for SKUM Gaming.
So, it's a 2 versus 2. They're both playing together. They're going towards the B bomb site on a retake. One player is low HP, and one player is full HP, Rezu, right? Or substantial HP. In that situation, the player of low HP should always lead. He's going to die anyway. There's no armor. He falls. That allows the second player behind him, his teammates, to get the trade frag while the enemy is shooting at his teammate. The player who's already low HP. You don't want the player of low HP in the 1 versus 2 because that exact situation happens. Typically, when you're low HP, you want to be the first player in so you can get traded. You want the players with more HP to be last alive to clutch out the situations, right? Forget about Bogdan's Law. Forget about all that NA drama rubbish. That was a mess. Did you see that?
No.
You don't know about the Bogdan's Law?
No.
Bogdan's Law is if you have low HP, you should always be drop the AWP.
Yeah, no, yeah, I have heard this. And this is the whole thing with, is it Steel in him? Yeah. Oh, man. The whole thing is amazing, yeah. I didn't know it had like a little catchy name.
Bogdan's Law.
Yeah, Bogdan's Law. Fair enough.
It's like Newton's Law. Newton's Law in physics. Bogdan's Law of CS. Players on low HP, drop me the AWP.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I nearly said a joke that would have been terrible because, like, I can't even repeat it. I'll just get endlessly bullied. So never mind. It's going to be 11-9 right now. 2 rounds between these two teams, and SKUM Gaming loads of aggression out towards long. It's going to catch CEX off guard as they haven't really seen this level of aggression from SKUM Gaming just yet. Long going to be left completely unprotected, and as a result, they're capitalizing on this very, very quickly. Liam does get boosted up onto the site, so at least they have one player to act as the linchpin in this scenario. But still, I mean, they've lost a lot of ground early on and are having to try and play off the back of it.
Heavy control towards long from the T side here. No AWP though, so Duck in pit won't really get too much out of his AK. Typically speaking, when you have that one player in pit on the T side, typically with an AWP peeking towards the A bomb site, once the smoke towards CT fades, generally there's going to be a CT player that peeks you, easy frag, easy entry. But with the AK, it's far, far, far more difficult to land that one tap instead of just simply scoping someone and killing them. But a slow shift towards mid and actually this player towards short. On the CT side, Rezo gets one. Can he get any more though? He has him from back. Don't give away your life. And the greed there will allow SKUM to get a first kill for them into the round.
Here we go, the mid play coming out from SKUM, going to be able to get one. Brody C going to be the first to fall. Now Astro is there to try and trade things out, but that smoke going to be blocking him. Trying to look over this top, but he can't quite spot out anyone on their push in towards B. It's JDD to try and hold things down. He's able to get one on a Hawkins, but still posted up here in towards tunnels. Threat not going to be completely dealt with just yet. They're not going to be ready, however, for Duck, who's just biding his time over towards mid, waiting patiently and allowing these players to cross. They think it's going to be clear because of JDD's position right now. And as they push out, JDD able to get one. Now it's all on Duck as they lose everyone on the site, and he's going on the long rotate. There's not enough time. He has to fall on back. And I don't think he knew they didn't have a kit. If he'd gone for that, I reckon he could have got the frag potentially.
They have a kit. They have a kit on Astro.
Okay, yeah, but the guy who defused didn't have a kit, so he thought Astro would have been the one to have defused.
The problem was the bomb wasn't planted for him, so
yeah.
As soon as your teammate says it's not planted for you,
I still think that if he'd gone for the push, he could have potentially lined it up because it wasn't planted
it wasn't planted for
out
him.
of sight.
It's under window.
I know, yeah, but there was still enough time without the kit to go for the.
You have to be peeking.
We'll just have to agree to disagree on that one. That's all good.
So, early action here. Muffin finds that one dig onto Liam. Let's say Rezu there. And Asher there making it a 4 versus 4. Refaces easily without a flashbang, without any backup or utility. And gives SKUM Gaming the one-man lead already. Only 30 seconds into the round, so action-packed already. Brody C pushing. Equalizes the numbers 3 versus 3, but everyone's left the B bomb site. Do they anticipate this over-rotate from CeX here? And again, a push towards short. JDD trying to get information to catch that. That's a nice flick there. Can he get any more? Duke falls. Picks up the Tech 9. Another one dig from Muffin, though. Could this be winnable?
1v2 right now, and Brody swapping things out to the AWP. It's all going to be on Muffin with that deagle. He's pushed his map towards top mid. He's going to be heard out by JDD surely as he peeks on around the corner. He's not going to check it, and there we go. Walking unbeknownst to him into the waiting arms of death as he gets taken down. It's going to be 11-11, all tied up here as CeX. They have a bit of a resurgence in these last couple of rounds, finding themselves a substantial couple of victories into this. 2 players left alive in that round, 3 in the previous. It's not the ideal number, but at least it's more success than we've seen them have on these rifle rounds previously. They are very much creating some problems for SKUM right now, and they're having to try and remedy them as best they can. The answer, they think at least, is going to be held over towards mid as they send 4 players here very early on.
Two of these players, well, one of these players upper tunnels B. 3 players towards mid of the bomb, slowly shifting, walk into the B bomb site. This will be a mid split here from SKUM Gaming. It's a good read. No CT player playing towards mid, so as soon as that smoke comes in, there's no backup, and there's currently no backup for the isolated player here on the site, and I wish I had auto-rect right now because I'm spamming through these players, and it's going to be... Where is he? Brody C. 7. Bloody hell. Brody C towards B, isolated here. Astro though and Rezu find frags towards mid and short, making it a 3 versus 4, and somehow, some way, SKUM Gaming might be throwing this round.
A lot of this is going to depend on Nika. Can he entry towards B? And he can't. He's going to be dropped out of the equation, as is Filler. Now it's all on Muffin, and it was looking so good here, but suddenly it's gone so wrong. CeX, they find themselves in the lead for the first time in a long time. 12-11 right now, with the potential to take this series 1-1.
Pistols for SKUM Gaming. It's finally CeX in the lead after having to fight back constantly from 9-2, 9-3, sorry, 8-2, 9-3, and eventually 9-6, and then winning that pistol round. And they gave them the gateway back. Oh, sorry, they lost the pistol round, but somehow, some way, they managed to bring it back into the rifle rounds. Stark contrast from what we saw on the previous map here. A 1-1 for CeX, though. Is it good enough for them? I still think they're going to be pretty upset with this result. SKUM Gaming, though. Strong first showing.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, even if CeX do manage to take this one, SKUM Gaming can't be too disappointed with the outcome. They've shown that they're very much a major contender thus far, but still, I mean, it's not over just yet. Filler is going to be in this 1 versus 5 into this round, but it was just a bit of a throwaway to begin with. It will be an 11-13 scoreline. He wants to try and find some damage here, if he can, but BrodyC not going to give him the satisfaction. 11-13, 2 rounds between these two teams, and SKUM Gaming, I mean, they've still got plenty of room left to try and have a bit of a resurgence and mount that comeback.
The comeback indeed. Hawkins with the AWP this time. We're going to throw that over to Duck, who's been playing actually pretty well with the AWP so far. Hitting nice shots. And definitely having impact when they're on their CT side towards a long. This time though, it's going to be Hawkins sticking with the AWP. Be interested to see how he plays it. If he's a fast, aggressive style AWPer, or the slow and passive AWPer. Talking about aggressive style, push towards B. Hawkins peeks out, text on JDD. Does he anticipate Astro towards short? And he does not. But as soon as they see 2 players short, they instantly go up long. They know it's going to be a weak long hold.
Yeah, look at them running across through the smoke, though. Liam lines them up, knocks them down, and just slaughters them on the approach. Him and Astro, they combine it. Oh, Astro at the end. He's going to find 3 huge frags. That's the hat trick. 11-14 now. CeX, they're storming towards that map point to take this to 1-1. They don't want to give SKUM the satisfaction, and there's the pause.
Is it too late, though?
I mean, yeah, that's always something to bear in mind. You see quite often, you know, the pause is being called in my opinion, too late. It's better to take a pause the second things look like they're kind of starting to go wrong, instead of believing that you can, like, you know, mount this comeback. They've waited until, you know, CeX have won 5 rounds consecutively and taken it to a 14-11 scoreline before they called this pause in. In my opinion, you know, the second you see it get to that 12-11 scoreline, I remember when they were on the eco in that round, that would have been a good time to take your pause, discuss what you're going to be doing with your investment after the eco, and have a proper idea of kind of how to not allow the lead to become much worse. The only issue we're going to be seeing now is they don't have a lot of money to play around with. So the consequences of this pause right now aren't really going to have the bigger, you know, the biggest effect that they could.
It's an ego thing as well, right? You don't want to take the pause because you don't want to give the other team, the enemies, the satisfaction of knowing that you've got the enemy up against the ropes. You're in their head. They're trying to think of some way, somehow, that they can come back and try and combat you. But then again, I almost call them SKUM Gaming again. RIP Bulldog. SKUM Gaming. As soon as it was 13-11 or 12-11, whenever that round came in where they put onto eco, it felt like ever since then, they just haven't been the same. CeX, early aggression, 2 players up short, 2 players up short, 2 players pushing B tunnels, they crunch mid. They crunch mid, it works. And so far, aggressive players on the CT side for CeX, definitely mounting them more than a comeback and potentially a strong victory here.
And we'll be seeing a heavy mid presence once again coming out from SKUM, but those missed flashes going to be slowing it down. Going to be making things quite difficult. I think that was a little bit of team damage there in towards mid as Hawkins gets tagged down to 64 on the back of a teammate. So a very, very bad start. Flash through the smoke to try and deny it. The boost coming out as well does mean Rezu's going to be a huge threat here. They're going to think it's clear and he can just peek over the top of that smoke, use it to his advantage. Should be able to shut down this push, but it's actually going to be Brody to get 2. And now no trade frag in sight. JDD and him just locking down B. Bomb's going to be dropped. It's all on Nika and Filler to try and lock this one down. Bring it back into the realms of possibility. They find one, but as Astro jumps out mid, lands that AWP shot, it's all on Nika. They know where he is, and they are going to be going a little bit aggressive here for him.
Double tap there, taking down Astro. But at this point, economical damage just isn't enough. The money, nearly 12,000 on BrodyC. It's going to be 14k by the end of this round. And actually, this could work out. Oh, the player towards box isn't peeking. Smart play here. Not playing over aggressive. I doubt Nico expects his player to the left here. And if he does, BrodyC, we saw what he did last time. Went towards mid, trying to bait him out. The whiff spray, but Rezu does submit that one. 15-11. 1 round and match point here for CEX, and looking like we're going to be seeing 1-1. Unless the buy here from SKUM is absolutely crazy. But Scout on Muffin, Scout on Filler. 3 AKs. I mean, they could go for the double tag towards mid doors, try and get an early frag that way and rush B.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. What you do
They
with
both
the
win.
scouts
They both win.
is, well, you know, if they didn't both with, then you would have been able to just, yeah, it's like a budget orb, right? You invest in it, you just do the damage. That's it. It's a fire and forget weapon. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, it's not really the ideal weapon to have. But a few players can make it work. Out towards long, though, it's going to be Hawkins to find the first. The trade does come through very, very quickly. And that's something we've seen CEX just really become a lot more solid in regards to their trading. No kill is going untraded at the minute. Whereas in the earlier stages of this, when we saw SKUM on the CT side, they were being out-aimed, out-traded left and right. But it's not going to be the case this time around. We can see it's a 4-on-4 right now. SKUM, they've been able to get a little bit of mid-presence, a player up short as well. But with only a scout to try and face off against Brody, it's not going to be ideal. They still managed to find it, but Liam there, once again, the second a player goes down, someone else dies elsewhere. So it's a 3-on-3. Still, though, 50 seconds left. Plenty of time on the clock.
Bomb towards top of middle. So even if they do take the bomb, the B bomb site, the bomb is going to be quite late there. And actually could get caught off in rotation. Nope. There's no one for a shot from CT side, and actually JDD gets caught off guard from behind. Duke takes him down. And now in the 2 versus 3, they have money to go for this. Kip, 2 mollies, smoke and a flashbang. It's winnable. Smoke off tunnel, molly under window, molly platform. It's definitely winnable.
And it's not within the without the realms of possibility here. CEX, there might be a man down. Retaking this B site is incredibly hard. It's all going to really fall on whether or not Resu can try and find something to kickstart this retake. And as he's going quite slowly about it, if he can pick up a frag here, then we're going to see them go for this. But if they can't find anything, or if one of them goes down, then it will be the end of it. And there we go. The trades come through. SKUM Gaming, they're not going to go down without a fight as they pick up a 12th round. 3 rounds between them and CEX. Now they have to stave off 3 map points in a row to try and take this through to overtime.
In the 3 versus 3, though, they didn't have anyone playing for information. 1 player long, 1 player car holding short, and 1 player all the way towards B, all isolated on his own. No player playing for information, and that the rotation was so late for the CT side. And I mentioned before that the bomb could get caught off in rotation, but there was no player mid. They're both stuck so far up long, meaning that a free B bomb site for SKUM Gaming results in a 12th round for them. And already, Hawkins there, the entry towards B.
Oh, look at this play from Neela playing up close. He's going to have to get 2 frags on the back of the UMP. There's just shredding through. Oh, playing in the corner there was going to be Brody. He's nearly got a couple for his troubles, but only is able to get 1 in the long run. Leaving it all on Liam, who's slowly but surely pushing up towards mid. That smoke not going to allow him presence in through those doors. And they do fake out the bomb plot, and he wants to try and make something happen in through window. If he can potentially drop out Hawkins, and he can just watch the bomb, but still, he's at such a significant man disadvantage. He's got plenty of utility. If he just dropped the nade in through the window, then he would have been able to pick up this frag and deny that bomb plant, but not going to be doing so. Perhaps a bit of an error on his part, but he still lands the shot. Impressive one, but he still has 2 players to find nonetheless. Well, that smoke goes out, but it doesn't matter. Fill it in from Car, able to eliminate him swiftly and aggressively to take SKUM Gaming to a 13-5 scoreline. 2 rounds left for them to take this through to overtime.
Money low as well on CX's side. This is going to come down to the final button. Eco here for CX, 14-15 for SKUM. We could be seeing overtime here for the final map of day 1. UK Gaming Tours UK League. Be nice. We've had some whitewashes. You know, we've had our 16-5s, our 16-4s. Be quite nice to actually have a very competitive game here.
Oh, and they try going in for the pistol rush, and it's just going to get shut down. Muffin in mid to find the last, and I mean, at that point, they get completely slaughtered. They get put through the meat grinder. It's going to be 14-5, and I mean, even though that was a throwaway round, having all your players just cut down like that, like they're nothing, is not going to be too great for the morale. They're going to be feeling the pressure at this point on both sides. And I mean, I think we could very easily see overtime here. We've got the auto sniper up on filler, which, well, there is an overtime, so we're just been informed. So I guess it would just be the draw. Oh, we ought to be seeing the Sabbath taking a little
But
break, but there we go.
Does that mean it's 16? Well, who knows? 15-14, all to play for here. Low HP onto Astro. One bullet from the Kalashnikov or the AWP will send him packing. Still a slow default from SKUM. Heavy top mid presence here. One player going towards the closed doors. Could be a flashbang here. Clear doors. Gets information. Have Hawkins peek towards CT. Have Hawkins peek B. Something like that. But instead they're going to go for the dry face. We saw what Hawkins did to his foe in the first half. Here comes the peek towards CT. His Rezu, boosted up. CT will fall. Fast trade though from Astro.
That's a 4-on-4 right now. They're trying to push in towards his B side, but JDD, he's locking it down. Gonna be able to get one, then trade it out swiftly, but they don't account for Brody being there as well. SKUM is gonna be able to find that one frag as Doug takes him down. It's a 2-on-2, and they might be in with a shot of winning this. Low HP on Astro, not gonna be boding well for them here. Bomb goes down, and they've got Filler over in towards mid. He's in the back line. He's gonna be dropped out of the equation though, leaving it all on Duck right now. 1 versus 2. I mean, this could go either way. This B site going to be, you know, the best site to have to hold down in this scenario. There's also very little utility for the side of CEX, none on the side of SKUM. But it's still that 1v2. They are letting time, though, run away from them here. They're going to leave themselves quite close to the wire. But never mind, Astro, what a shot to finish that one off. It's going to be CEX taking it 16-14 by the skin of their teeth to take this series 1-1. And as you said a minute ago, Snods, that's it from us tonight. But do you have any closing thoughts on the game?